Hello, today we are going to make mittens made simple. They're going to be really easy to do if you already know the basics of crocheting. What we're going to do is we're going to start by making a chain. The first stitch is not going to count as one stitch. You're going to make this chain. It's going to be about 8, 9, or like 10, depending on how wide you want your wristband to be. And what we're going to do after we make this chain, I think the one I'm making is like 8, I believe. What we're going to do is we're going to go under the first stitch, yarn over, and then we're going to pull it through. So we're going to go under, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over again, and pull through. Now when we get to the end of our thing, we're going to want to do one extra stitch. That way it'll come out even and not crooked. Then we're going to go under the first one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and then pull through again. Exactly the same way we were doing it before. Only with this one, we made like little V's. If you look at it, you can see like little V's. It's kind of hard to see with this because the fabric's dark burgundy. But you're going to want to go into the back part of the V every single time. You're never going to want to go into the front of the V. And again, we are going to want to remember to make that one extra stitch when we're done to keep it even. So you can see that you're going into the back of the V, you're looping over, pulling through, looping over again, and pull through. We're going to want to do this over and over until you can wrap it snugly around your wrist. And you're not going to want to go too big because the fabric will stretch. After a little while it will stretch. Okay, here's, you can see that there's like little V's, and you're going to want to go into the one furthest away from you. See. You're going to loop over, pull through, loop over, and pull through again. And you're going to do that again. Okay, so that's how you do that part. And I will meet you back here when we are done with how long it needs to be. Okay, so we're back here, and I figured I'd just finish this last chain up with you guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing as before. We're going to go into the back stitch, yarn over, pull through. We're going to go into the back stitch, yarn over, pull through. Yeah, I think I messed up 2 stitches, sorry. So we're going to do yarn over, pull through again. Okay, and then we're going to pull that out. And as you can see, it makes like a rippley pattern. So we're going to want to be able to wrap it around our wrist. And as you can see, it is snug. Okay, so now we're going to put the ends together. And we're going to crochet them together. We're going to make sure that they line up evenly because we don't want them not to. So we're going to just crochet them together. We're going to go in. This is actually kind of hard because the first stitch is like really tight. But you want to go in and out. And as you can see, we got a little bit better lighting. Now you can do this any kind of stitch, like you can do a single crochet or double crochet, just so long as you get it closed. And we're not going to want to cut that little string off at the end that we made, because that's going to be like our lining. It's going to help us know where we did it together. Okay, now we're going to take it, we're going to push the inside through so that it's like a circle now. And we're going to want to keep that string. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same kind of stitch we were doing before all the way around, but we're not going to want to put too many, otherwise our band will be too big. So we're going to go in, yarn over, pull through, around again, in, yarn over, pull through. So we're just going to keep doing that around and around. Now I guess you could do this with a normal crochet, but I've never actually tried it like that. So this is just the way I do it. You can mix it up. Now if you do this one way, it'll have like, as you'll see later, it'll have like little lines that go all the way around. But if you do it, if you start it like doing it the other direction, you'll get like there will be no lines, but it'll be kind of like a little bit, it'll look different. I guess maybe I'll take a picture and add it at the end of the video so that you can see the difference. And it really just depends on how you go around. Like if you start going from the left, you'll get it one way, and if you start going from the right, you'll get it another way. I think I had to go get more yarn. See, we're back to our little tail. And now we're gonna like go into the loop before that. Go. Oops, I went in the first one. Always go into the back one when you're doing this stitch. And we're going to go on top of that. Now, going around in a circle will make it so we have no seams. Well, very few seams that you actually notice. There isn't going to be a seam up the side of the glove. Mitten, sorry. So we're going to want to go into the back one, loop over, pull through, loop over, pull through. Same way we did the other thing, only because we're not going back and forth, we are not going to get that ripply like pattern. Okay, so we're just want to kind of keep going around and around a few times, and the way we were doing it before, and we'll be back in a few little bit to show you what to do next. Okay, so we're back, and if you can see your rows, you can count them. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, what you're going to do is we're going to put it on our hand, and it's going to come up to like the thumb. You're going to stop just a little bit before the thumb, so that's going to be where that little string is. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to put our hook in, and we are going to chain 7 to 6. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to do that near the little chain, the little string thing, and then we're going to count 7 or 6 depending on what we chained. And I lost count, so I'm counting again. And I lost count again. Okay, so we're going to go in through the back, loop over, round, pull tight, and we're going to go in, and then we're going to continue on with our going around. So we're going to put in a few stitches, and then we're going to try it on to see how it fits. Now, if you don't like the way 6 chains feel, you can go up to 7 for like, I don't know, like more room around where the thumb is, because what we just made was a thumb hole. So we're going to go around a little bit. And if you see, you can kind of see where it's got like the little lines that I was talking about. So we're going to remember to go into the back, loop over, pull through. Loop over, pull through. Now, when we do this, we leave that little tail hanging because that tail tells us where our thumb spot should be. I just thought I should tell you that. Okay, now we're back to our thumb hole. What we're going to do is, this is a little bit difficult because they're small, but we're going to do the same thing over top of that chain that we just made. Sorry that it goes blurry sometimes. My brother just got a new camera and he's learning to work it. He was very excited about filming this. So we're going to go all the way across. Now we're going to pull it through and we're going to try it on again, and remember to put your thumb in your new thumb hole. So that's what it's going to look like. Yeah, mine fits pretty good. So now we can take it back off and we can go around again. Okay, so we are back and we're going to try it on again, and it's going to come up just to like where the tip of your fingers kind of bend, maybe to like the tip of your pinky so you just can't see it. And this is where we're going to start taking, and we're going to start doing like reduction stitches. We're going to like take some of them away so that it starts to give you a closed top. And this is how we are going to do this. We are going to go in the back, loop over, go to the next stitch, go in, loop over, loop over again, and we are going to have 4 on the chain, then we're going to pull it through. Then we're going to do 2 of our normal ones, 2, and then we are going to do that again. Now throughout this process you're probably going to want to try it on a lot because you don't want it to close up so that you don't have room for your fingers, or you don't want it to close in too much so that your glove is too big. Now the one I'm doing, I liked it kind of snug, not really like big and, you know, floating around on the hand, so I am doing it so that it is like the end of my glove ends just a little bit after my fingertips. Okay, so we're doing 1, and then we're going to loop over 1 more time and pull through. And if you think that this is like not closing it up fast enough, like maybe your fingers are like almost at the end of your fingers and the hole's still pretty big, you can take you can do 2 and then you can do 2 more and then just do 1 normal. But I believe this should work for me. I'm going to go under, loop over, go to the next stitch. So we're going to go in the back, loop, go back in the back, loop over again, and pull all of them through. Okay, so we are back with the mitten and we're trying it on, and as you can see, you can just see the finger. So we're going to take it off and loop our hook back in, and then we are going to go in. Now with this we are just going to do the 2. We're no longer going to do the normal stitches. We're going to go take it in again, and we're going to pull through. And we're going to go under again, and pull through. And we're going to go under again, and pull through. I'm sorry it's dark. I guess I'm blocking it, the lighting. Sorry about that. But basically that's what we're going to do until we have a very, 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 very tiny hole. We're going to do this as much as we can. We're going to go in, under. Okay, I was waiting for him to focus it, sorry. Yeah. So now we're going to do another one. We're going to go under. We're going to go under again, and we're going to pull the chain through and pull it tight. Okay. If you can see, you probably can't see, but there is still. Now what we're going to do is we're going to loop across to close this hole. We're going to pull it through. Yeah, that stitch was being a little difficult. So now we're going to try it back on. And as you can see, it has completely covered your fingers now. Okay, so I'm going to pull hers back out. Now we're going to tie it off, I believe. Okay, we're going to get scissors and we're going to cut. Leave a little bit of string because you're going to want to. We're going to take that long end and stick it through our loop and pull it tight. Now you could just leave it at this, but I don't really feel comfortable with doing that. So we're going to take it and we're going to push it through one of the holes and pull it through to the other side where the long string will not be seen. And we're going to tie it in like a knot, and we're going to tie it in another knot. Now we're going to take our crocheting hook and we're going to find little loop spots, and we're going to pull that through to get it in there, to loop it around so that it's you can't pull it out very easily. We're hiding the tail. Okay, and then with what we're done, I'm going to tie another knot. I guess I really like knots. And another one. And another one. Okay, now we're going to take scissors and cut it off close to the end of the knot. Then we can turn our glove back inside out, and we can try it on if we want. See, and now the top's all covered, so that's good. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to take the yarn that we just trimmed and we're going to make a slip knot. And when I make slip knots, I don't really trust them, so I always take my string. Okay, now I take my string and I make a knot at the end of that just so that it won't come out. So really we have like 2 knots there, but I just think that the slip knot's easier to get it to the size you like. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to stick it through. There's going to be like a little bit bigger of a hole right there. We're going to take it to the next one because we're going to try to conceal that hole. So we're going to take it and we're going to slip it in there. You can do this different ways, but this is just how I did it. We're going to pull our string through. It is kind of hard to see, but what we're going to do is we're going to loop it around to get it to stay there. And then we're just going to go around the thumb hole, like kind of like the way we started after we did the wristband. It's kind of going to be like that. So we're just going to go around in the same way we did that. Sorry, it's kind of hard for you to see. Okay, so here we're going to try it on, and it's just going to be at the bending point of your thumb. Yeah. So now we're going to take it back off, and then we are going to slip that in. And then we're just going to start our little taking down stitches. So we're going to go under, pull through, go under, pull through. So we're just making this smaller so that it'll close up so that our little thumb will not freeze. It is really dark. I don't know what happened. So we're just going to keep taking it down. Now if you think that this is taking down too fast, like maybe you didn't go around enough or something like that, you can just do one of the taking down stitches and then do a normal, or just do it until it fits like your thumb so that it covers it. Really sorry about the lighting again. Okay, so now we're going to try it on again, and you can see there's just a little hole where you can just see the top of my thumb. So we're going to take it back off, and it looks like we're going to do another reduction stitch, or whatever you want to call that. I'm not really sure what you call it. Just going to take it down and pull it through, and sorry, I kind of moved out of camera view. It's really hard to crochet when you're watching the screen and not when you got to be watching the screen and not what you're actually doing. Okay, so now your thumb is completely covered up, and what you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to snip it, and then you're going to take and you're going to stick that through the hole again. I think I was getting tired because now I'm showing you how to use scissors. I hope you already know how to do that. So you're going to pull it through really tight. Okay, and then you're going to take and you're going to turn like your thumb part out after you find your hole that you want to put your string through. See? So there's the hole. So what you're going to do is you're going to push that through the string, the tail, that part right there. I was trying to get it in the camera view, but it is difficult. Oh, there it is. Okay. So you're going to take that and you're going to push it through. pull it through, and you're gonna like push your thumb outwards, and you're gonna tie it in a knot. And you can decide whether you want to take the crocheting hook and weave the tail into the thumb, or you can just tie a couple knots and then cut it. In this case, I think I just tied a bunch of knots, I think. And then, yeah, just tied a bunch of knots. And then I cut it again. Yes, I am left-handed using right-handed pairs of scissors because everyone in my household is right-handed. So, it's a little difficult. And we cut. Okay, so now that it's cut, we are going to push your thumb hole back out. Okay, we're going to clear everything else away. And we can now cut that little tab thing so that we won't see it anymore. And then we can go, and if we want, we can sew like a pretty decorational piece. Now this is just a granny square turned sideways. We can like sew that on, though be careful not to sew the glove closed, or you can have it plain. So it's really just your preference. Or you, when you're doing this, you can put like little bumps or something. So like there's a granny square, there's a normal. Yep. So that's what they look like. Yeah, so it wasn't extremely hard. Granted, I was getting a little crazy at the end. Okay, a lot crazy. Okay, I think we're ending this video. Bye! Thanks for watching.
Okay. We're blurred. There you go. Quack. Quack, quack, quack.
We're going to make a knot. We're going to make a knot.
Hey, I think I might be getting the hang of this thing. Look at that. I think we're in focus.
We're going to go
And my other person cracked. Oh man, I just stuck my fingers with it. How did I do that? Was such a big
going to make
deal.
another knot because I hate slip knots. But I like it.
Whoa, that was terrible.
Never, ever, 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 never, never, never count this as a first stitch. Never, 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 never.
Kayla.
Ever! Make our fourth hole, in which we're going to make
Keep it in the frame.
one. Oh shit. I will keep it wherever I want it. And two. How did that happen? Let's try that again.
My sister flipped the rocker.
Okay. Look what I did to my yarn. Look at that. That's sinful, isn't it? They ruined it. Now we gotta start over.
Yeah, because this Moto Everyday guy does it by himself.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That, I don't know. He might have someone doing it for him. I think he's got almost the same camera.
I don't know. And then we make. Oh, get my head. Get my big head out of the way. Yeah, you do it just like this. That's gonna be so helpful.
You're gonna need a lot of editing on this video.
You go in.